I never imagined my life would turn out like this. Standing in a gown I never chose, reciting promises I never wrote, to a stranger everyone whispered about with terror in their eyes. They called him Dante Moretti, the most feared man in the entire city. But to me, he was just someone I didn't know. A man at the end of the aisle with cold, piercing eyes and a jagged scar running down his cheek, like a wound from a battle fought long ago. I wasn't meant to be his bride, but my stepmother had different ideas. It all began 3 weeks earlier, on a stormy evening thick with the smell of rain and lies. I was hiding near the kitchen, listening. My name came up, spoken like I was some kind of product being sold. I pressed closer to the wall, barely breathing. Then I heard her, my stepmother, laughing with someone I couldn't see. "She just turned 18, she said casually. "You want your money back, Dante? Then take her. She's yours." My heart stopped. Debt. Not mine. Hers. My father's. My dead father's debt. That night I ran, but they caught me anyway. The wedding, rushed, cold, empty. No flowers, no songs. Just a courthouse, 2 silent witnesses, and a man who looked at me like I was nothing. Dante barely glanced my way. He signed the marriage certificate like it was a business contract, not a promise between 2 people. And now, here I was, standing inside his penthouse, staring at a bedroom door surrounded by flickering candlelight. I couldn't move. Every romantic story I'd ever heard about wedding nights felt like a sick joke now. Dante entered the room behind me. His footsteps were quiet, but his presence heavy, overwhelming. He closed the door gently. "Sit," he said, gesturing toward the bed. My hands were trembling. "If you think I'm going to—" "I'm not," he interrupted, his tone firm but strangely calm. "I won't touch you. Not unless you ask me to." I stared at him, confused, shocked. "Then, why marry me?" His expression darkened. "Because your stepmother would have handed you to someone far worse." My throat felt tight. My chest ached. He walked over to a small table in the corner. There was a tray waiting. Hot pasta, warm bread, and a single glass of wine. "You haven't eaten since this morning," he said quietly. "Eat." I just stood there, speechless. "Why are you—" I paused. "Why are you being kind?" Dante's lips curved into a faint smirk. "I'm not kind. I just don't hurt people who haven't earned it." He removed his jacket, tossing it onto a nearby chair, and for the first time, I saw him without the armor, without the suit, the reputation, the mask. There was exhaustion in his eyes, like he'd lived through too much pain for one lifetime. That night we didn't share a bed. He slept on the couch by the window, city lights washing over his face. Days passed, slowly, quietly. Dante kept his distance, always. But I started noticing little things. A cup of coffee waiting for me every morning outside my door. The way he always walked on the side of the street closest to traffic, protecting me without saying a word. His patience when I asked questions. His gentleness when I hesitated. One evening, I opened the bedroom door and froze. The room had been transformed. Soft rose petals scattered across the bed, candles glowing warmly, music playing low in the background. My heart pounded, not from fear this time. Dante stood near the doorway watching me carefully. "It's been a month," he said softly. "I thought maybe we could start fresh, not as strangers trapped in a deal, but as 2 people who might actually have a choice." I looked at him. This man the world feared, the man they called a monster. And I saw something completely different. Someone who had given me time, safety, respect. I stepped closer, my voice barely a whisper. "I think I'd like that." And for the first time, Dante smiled. Not the guarded smirk, not the cold mask he wore for the world, a real smile. That night we didn't rush anything. We sat, we talked, we laughed about childhood dreams, about scars, the ones on our skin and the ones buried deeper. And somewhere between the laughter and the silence, I realized something. My first night with the man they called dangerous wasn't about fear at all. It was about trust. And trust? That was the beginning of something I never thought I'd find. Something real. Something I never knew I needed. So, did you enjoy this story? If you did, please hit that like button and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss our next story. We bring you fresh, emotional, and exciting tales every single day. Hit the bell icon too, so you get notified whenever we upload something new. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.